But first, it's time to start having some real conversations about Nikola Jokic. All right. Now, Josh, I realize this might hit you a little soft because I declared the Denver Nuggets dead.
Dead.
Just about a week ago.
They're done. Yes, May 7th.
May 7th. That was exactly 1 week ago or a week and a day ago.
Let me put the graphic up there. The Denver Nuggets are done. That is a direct quote from Connor Happer on this show, May 7th.
You see those scores.
Yeah.
It's, I don't think I was alone in that category.
3-0 since that declaration, Connor.
Yeah. That was a little early. Things look bleak after that game too. Remember, Jamal Murray was throwing heat pads all over the floor.
Anthony Edwards was Michael Jordan.
They seem to be splitting at the seams. Now, one thing I never bought into was the idea that Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns would somehow lead this team to it's going to have to be Mr. Ant-Man.
Oh yeah.
So, but the Timberwolves are basically built in a lab to be able to beat the Denver Nuggets because they have multiple tall people that they could just throw at Nikola Jokic at whatever point they want, including
the GM that built the Denver Nuggets is now the GM that built the Timberwolves.
Right, like they get it.
Yeah.
Including the multi-time defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert.
What's he got, 4 of them?
Who was absolutely taken to task last night by the greatest player to walk this earth currently. That's Nikola Jokic. And what I mean by starting to have a conversation about him is that they put they flashed the graphic up there of the people who have won multiple MVPs, and there's a good list of them, and he's in the 3-time category right now.
There's only 8 players that have 3, if I remember.
If he makes the 4 category, he's in there with LeBron and some of the guys that we refer to in this sport as the GOAT, like Magic and Bird have 3. But if he gets a 4th, then we're going up to the next sort of rung of very, very important NBA players. And what Nikola Jokic did in a playoff game 5 last night, the efficiency, the 0 turnovers, and the 40 points, he couldn't miss. Sometimes it literally looks like he's trying to throw the ball into an ocean, but the ocean is the basket for him. He can score whenever he wants to. He can distribute whenever he wants to. What a masterful performance. And that is why I have decided to wear my Nikola Jokic jersey today.
That's a smart play by you. Most MVPs of any foreign-born player.
Yep. But we're talking about him going to the next level right now.
Right. GOAT conversation.
He is a historic. He has now risen to the level of a historically important player.
Sort of that
in the game.
That second tier of players where tier 1 is just like Jordan, and
like Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Guys who are more legendary than anything else. I just feel blessed every night to be able to turn on television, even if the game starts at 9:38 or whenever it started last night.
I think I figured that out, by the way.
Wow, we get to watch Nikola Jokic play basketball tonight. It's poetry in motion. It is absolutely beautiful.
Appreciate it while you can, because that man does not care about the National Basketball Association. And one day he's just going to say, you know what?
He'll go away.
I want to be with my horses, and you're never going to see me again.
Yeah, he'll probably retire early.
Yeah.
But he'll get everything he needs to get done in the meantime. And if the situation calls for him to drop 40 in one of the most masterful performances of all time in a game 5 in a team that is obviously up to the task in the Minnesota Timberwolves, then he will do what is necessary. His response after the game, when asked in a post-game question by Allie LaForce, hey, what was working for you tonight? I had a good game. I so I had to score a little bit. And I had a good game.
You sure?
Why do we talk about this guy more? Why do we talk about this guy as one of the greatest players of all time? He is one of the greatest players of all time.
He is fun to watch, so it's not like his game is boring.
Yes. I could watch him take 4-time Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert to task in my sleep for the rest of my life. If that was my dream, I would be so happy.
And it's not a it's not a white guy thing because he's not like Larry Bird, where it's like, yeah, I mean, he's good for a white guy. Like, it's not that.
He could score. He makes his teammates better. He has
Uh-huh.
eyes in the back of his head. The full court pass off the rim, like one hand, not even a catch, just huck it down the floor, pinpoint pass. Like he's Patrick Mahomes combined with whatever great big of all time you want to talk about. He's Patrick Mahomes and Shaq combined. You're stewing on this. You kind of like it.
I lost my train of thought. No, okay. I do like the comp.
Patrick Mahomes and Shaq combined. Even did some dunks last night.
Thought SGA was MVP.
Now Shaq, here's the problem. Shaq's going to take credit for this.
I motivated him.
And, they weren't on, it was too late for them last night to do Inside the NBA. And now there's a lot of conversation about, like, they are resigned to the fact that show is over now.
Yeah, they're like openly talking about it. Yeah. Like, yeah, we're done.
It is all the way over. Guy drops a 40 burger in a game 5. And I know it's just the Western Conference semifinals, but what an incredible performance last night. He has risen to the level of quite easily the greatest player in our game right now. So he's like, that makes him, basically an obvious Hall of Famer right off the bat. But it's not just that. I mean, we're talking about the next level of dudes that Nikola Jokic is on. I mean, he's like a top 10 NBA all-time guy already. Like, it's amazing. We don't talk about him that way.
I feel like he has probably killed the will of the majority of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we will laugh at them for having blown a 2-0 lead in which they were headed home for game 3.
Yeah. So when you look at they flashed this up last night. Kareem 6 MVPs, Jordan 5, Russell 5, LeBron 4, Wilt 4, and then Bird, Magic, Moses Malone, and Jokic with 3.
Good company.
That's what? What did I just name? 10 guys? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's the 10th, right? So you think he's done winning MVPs? Do you think he's done winning championships? Kind of doesn't seem like it. And all you can do is just look at him and laugh. Like, wow, this is really incredible what we're watching right now.
Now the NBA voters might do that thing where they're like, yeah, he's the greatest, but we're going to vote for a different MVP.
And his game will age pretty well because it's not like he just does it on straight athleticism and power.
Yeah.
It's like he will be around for a long time. We get a tweet here from Jake on the J Tech Construction Zone Twitter feed.
Hi, Jake.
Flicky Jake. Connor, can you declare me dead so I can start flourishing in life?
What a great bit.
Sure, Jake, you're dead. There you go. Hopefully you can come back now and win some more MVPs.
Dead.
Jake is dead. He says, it's okay. I actually thought the same thing, but after game 4, I'm like, yep, this is the Nuggets series. Yep, I should not have underestimated one of the GOATs of all time. The GOATs of all time is kind of redundant, but
very.
You get what I'm saying. John emails our text in.
Hi, John.
On the text line here at 402-951-1620. By the way, I keep trying to email Connor or Josh O at 1620thezone.com, like you always say, and my emails keep getting returned as undeliverable. What's going on? So I should maybe I should be more clear. Connor at 1620thezone.com or Josh O at 1620thezone.com. But I felt like once again, redundancy at 1620thezone.com. We both have separate emails. We don't share an email.
Right.
Although we could, we should.
It'd be great for the show.
It'd be a little odd, but yeah, we have separate emails. All right. It's awesome. I'm enjoying myself. This is great. I'll be wearing this proudly today.
Connor, I'm going to enjoy myself tonight as a Shams bomb has dropped. Donovan Mitchell expected to miss tonight's game 5 against the balls, if you will, the Boston Celtics.
Yeah. I don't even know where that comes from, the Celtics or the balls thing.
Joey explained it to me, and I'm like, I don't know.
Much sense to me. A Drunk Monk writes in on YouTube. He says, I think Jokic is hated on because he's not an American and plays ball in Denver.
I think there's something to the Denver thing.
Yeah, but LeBron was in Cleveland.
But LeBron was LeBron.
Well, LeBron was LeBron. LeBron was supposed to be LeBron. Like, I think there's still something. So maybe there's where you get to the core of it.
Cleveland was baked into the cake with
this
LeBron.
was never supposed to happen.
Right.
And he is not the product of like a system or anything like that. He is the system.
AAU ball.
He is the system. Like that. Imagine being luckier at any point in your life than the Denver Nuggets were when they drafted, a guy with the 50 whatever pick, and the Quesarito came up during the draft spot. And
Taco Bell, bring it back.
10 years later, he's a 3-time MVP and has a championship and is looking for another one.
Like, just what a
I couldn't think of
dice.
I couldn't think of a luckier thing to ever happen. Let's see. Karma writes in on Twitter.
Oh, Karma is listening.
Yeah, Karma's here.
Wow. Hi, Karma.
Not sure which said it, but did you just use the "he's pretty good for a white guy" to describe Larry Bird?
I did. I said that. That's what they said about Larry.
Yeah.
And then he proved him wrong.
Oh, there's air of sarcasm, I think, in there.
Who's playing for second?
They it's a fun watch, that's for sure. And then Rudy Gobert getting up there afterwards and saying, "Can you turn off the lights? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights." He literally said so on the nose that the lights were too bright at the press conference last night. Interesting.
Huh. Maybe
sort of emblematic of getting absolutely cooked for 48 straight minutes by the greatest player on earth right now. So much fun. So much fun. I'm enjoying myself, as you can imagine. All right, that's the NBA last night. Anything happen anywhere else? The Knicks won, I guess. We bing-bonged.
We bing-bonged last night.
Yeah. People are making Tyrese Halliburton to Ben Simmons comparisons right now.
Oh, no.
That man cannot shoot.
Oh, no. That's not what you want.
And that man does not want the ball at all in crunch time.
Oh,
he's like, no, thank you. He's like, I'd like to go hide instead. Kind of interesting. All right. We're off and running on a Wednesday. Plenty of things left to get into. Like I said, TV stuff here and there. We'll also check in with the NBA draft combine yesterday. An interesting day for both of the Blue Jays that are competing in the NBA draft combine right now.
Oh,
yeah. Well, there was the Baylor stuff, but did you happen to see the final line score for Trey?
I did not.
It wasn't good.
Oh,
it was very bad.
Come on back, Trey.
It was very bad. I don't know what the
come on back. Trey.
I don't know if he physically can anymore, but it wasn't good for him yesterday. That's for sure. All right. So plenty to come. Mitch Sherman will join us at the bottom of the 11 o'clock hour. It is the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Omaha's most listened to all sports radio station. Again and again and again. 1620 The Zone.